Okay, you ready? Oh, yeah. You ready?
Ready.
All right,
Hit
let's
me.
do it. Okay, everybody, it's Coast to Host. I'm Jacob. This is my friend Van. He's covering for Luca because Luca is doing something. Maybe he became an Armie Hammer. Maybe he became an Ezra Miller, who's also a bad person. Who knows? Anyways,
Batman probably got him.
yeah, Batman probably got Ezra Miller. Like, what would have been
Man,
great?
this
That's the one circumstance where Batman would have been great if, as he's trying to attack that woman, like Ben Affleck just like swooped in and beat the shit out of him.
no, I'm sure Ben Affleck taught him that. They
Whatever.
gotta I'm sure Ben Affleck taught him that. Like you gotta be able to like Batman just beats up civilians. He's gotta like teach the other Justice League members all that stuff.
Just teach him how to kick somebody else, like an innocent person's ass.
Yeah, gotta
That
pass
sounds
it
about
down the
right.
line
Yeah.
to the next generation.
Have you seen Justice League, by the way?
Oh, the Snyder cut?
Yeah, the Snyder
I've
Cut.
seen I've seen both versions. I really like the Snyder cut. I know
No, the
that's
Snyder
a
Cut's
lame
fun.
thing to say. Oh, I
No, I think
loved
it's
it.
fun.
Oh,
I,
so
I
great.
I watched. I think I've told this story before. I watched the first like 10 minutes of the first Justice League on a plane, and I just got super bored. So then I just put on Kingsman, and then I enjoyed that movie. So I just kept
It's a
watching that
brilliant
one.
one.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I mean, I
Um,
watched it with the roommates, and we
mhm.
got it's like 4 hours, and apparently 11% of the movie is in slow motion, and which I didn't really mind, but my one of my roommates was freaking livid. He was so upset every time the
Uh-huh.
slow motion happened. He was complaining. He's like, "This is the worst thing I've ever seen." I'm sitting there thinking, okay, of these six superheroes, like five of them have super speed. All right. So I feel like slow motion, like it makes sense to me why there would be 10% of slow motion. Like Wonder
Mhm.
Woman has super, like all of them but Batman. And even Batman, we'll call him spry at the absolute worst.
Yeah.
He can still move.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like slow motion would come in handy in that situation.
For Flash, yeah, it's great for Flash because I think the only times I'm trying to think of like non slow mo speedsters like in like film and like Quicksilver in Age of Ultron it was like
Mm-hmm.
underwhelming because like
Yeah,
it's
right. It was lame.
yeah. So either you go
You just
slow
saw,
mo. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, you just saw the blur, and the blur is stupid. I don't care about like just a color streak. Like who would?
Right. Well, and then like it somehow makes him look slower. Like, isn't that? It's a weird thought of like in that scene he's so fast that like he's in one area and then all that stuff happens and then he's in another area and like that's so much more like that you just kind of like comprehend like that's insanely fast. The topic for today we're gonna talk about was I don't know why. Whenever I do that, I always have the strong urge to say something really fucked up, just to throw off the other person because I think it would be funny. Like I don't know why, just like something that's just
Oh yeah.
like egregious. Yeah. Now like we both went to film school together, so we were gonna talk about just film school cliches, overly talk about
I
films,
remember
things.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it too. It was fun while it lasted. I thought it was fun for me.
Yeah, it was
Um,
all right. I
it had its
don't
quirks.
know. I loved how many. Well, I just loved how many like how it became this point of like just you know how much weight an opinion on a film had.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if you had a hot take on a film, that was horrible. Like that was a terrible thing to do. Like it became
yeah.
like opinions became objective. Like I didn't really like The Shape of Water. I didn't think
Hmm.
it was that great of a movie.
Hmm.
Uh, I got harassed for that opinion. I couldn't believe it, and I like would back it up because okay,
Hmm.
first of all, they establish that in the first scene that the woman is just super horny. She is just like
Hmm.
finger blasting herself on camera.
Yep.
Then they like have this whole thing where they establish that mentally the fish is a fish. He eats a cat. He has
Uh-huh.
primal instincts. He doesn't think like a human. He does not have the maturity nor the just capability to think like a human.
Hmm.
So she's just fucking a fish. Like that's what
Yeah.
she's. And then like there's the whole like her like gay neighbor, and then they're like trying to be like, oh, it's the same. No, very different. If I went and tried to fuck a golden retriever and then compare that to homosexuality, people would be awfully upset with me. Like
Yeah,
I didn't
I was
understand
gonna
any of
try to
that.
make a
Also,
joke. Yeah, that's it's pretty hard to. I'm not. I never finished. I've seen clips of it. I've never actually watched the full thing. It was. I like Michael Shannon.
yeah, he's great.
Michael Shannon's cool.
I don't, it was. I just got it. For me, it didn't deserve Best Picture. But
Oh, it
and
beat
I
Get
remember I
Out.
was
Yeah,
yeah,
fuck
it did.
that. Fuck that, dude.
Yeah,
That's like a great movie. Yeah,
that was insane. It
it was,
blew me away.
and it beat something else too that was really good that year too. Yeah, I mean it was fine. It was a fine
There were
movie.
some other there were some other good ones. Was Jojo
Yeah.
Rabbit that year?
No,
Oh no,
I
it
think
wasn't. Okay.
it might have been Three Billboards next to Ebbing, Missouri. I mean that movie was fine.
I really like Three Billboards. I know Get Out. I love because you know how much my number one fear is mind control, of course.
Yeah.
And so I get like my friends just sat me down. They didn't tell me anything about. I'm like, "What's this movie about?" And they're like, "You're
Yeah,
just gonna find out, buddy," because they knew I would never agree to watch it if I knew what it was about. And I
that's
watched it, and
fair.
yeah, it was the most terrifying thing I'd ever seen in my life. Amazing movie. I loved it,
Yeah.
but oh my gosh, I was terrified to my fucking core, man. So much scarier than that Cuttlefish documentary. It was horrible,
No, I
but
could.
in the best
Dude,
way.
you know what's hilarious? I have the most specific fear ever, and it's one of those like ones like
What do you
it
got?
pops up. Oh, like have we've both seen Sorry to Bother You, so I'm about to spoil the
Yeah,
ending
of
of Sorry
course.
to Bother You right now because it like this is so stupid, but like it really like got to me. So I we're watching with my friends. It was me, my friends, my two other friends, and we're just watching it, eating, popcorn, just chilling, talking, and everything. It's a really funny movie for the most part. And then we get to that scene where he has to go to the restroom at Armie Hammer's house, and he leaves and he's taking a piss, and there's a dude screaming for help. And I'm aware of this fear. I don't know why. I think it has to do with like religious imagery, because I was raised Catholic,
Mhm.
but like I
Sure.
am petrified of half human, half man speaking creatures. I don't know why, but I noticed this from the fucking Chronicles of Narnia. That the little nymph bitch.
Mr. Timbus,
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Mr.
Mr.
Tumnus. That's his
Tumnus.
name.
Fuck that guy. I remember I was 5 and I was like, fuck that guy. I remember being 5 and being like, fuck that guy. And then Sorry to Bother You, I was a grown adult man. I was like 19, and then the fucking horse came out screaming, begging for help, and I was just like, nope. Nope, I don't like that. I strongly don't like, and I just was like,
But
fucking, I hated it.
but here's what I got to ask you: is it better if it's more of a centaur situation? Is it because it's the head
No,
of a horse, or
no,
like where is your line for things that you? Okay, mermaids.
mermaids are okay.
Mermaid, but the top half is a fish.
That's fine too. It's specific.
Really?
I
Wow.
Yes, I think it's specific to bovine creatures. I swear to God, I think it's because I was raised so like it was super religious. Like my household growing up. I swear to God, I swear to
Sure.
God, I think it's that specific. Where like because like in like all the pictures of like the devil, he has little hoofs, and then he has a human,
Yeah, of
and then he
course.
has a like a and so then like so then I'm fine with regular. I'm fine with horses and goats and shit, and I'm fine with humans, but I don't like them mixing. I
I'm
don't
not
like
that fine
that
with
shit.
goats. You ever looked into the eyes of a goat?
Yeah, but like I know I could
Goats, I look in
win.
their eyes and I don't see. I don't see. I could not. I would definitely die
You
against a
don't
goat.
think I
What do you
would
think is the What do you think is the biggest animal you could beat in a fight?
biggest
No, like
animal?
weapons or anything, but like the largest animal you could beat in a fight.
A giraffe.
Dude, you would not win against a giraffe.
It could be a giraffe.
Giraffe would absolutely murder you.
With what?
Their kicks, they can kill
They couldn't. No,
lions.
like they're so slow. If
They
you've been to the
kill.
zoo,
I've seen video. They killed lions
yeah,
with
but
their kicks.
it's because lions don't appreciate. Like I know, and but lions don't appreciate that shit. I do. Here's what you
I
gotta
gotta be
do.
honest. I think the killer instinct of a lion is gonna beat you out here. On the
But I
transitive
think
property, you
I
don't
think
win it. It's not a rock paper scissors
no, it's
situation.
different. It's because look, I see what you're saying, right? I think lions think that they're the shit, and it's only until proven like otherwise, like even when they are proved otherwise, they still go after you, right? I know what's up with giraffes, right? I get it. All you
You
have
have
to,
no idea what they're thinking. Their heads are in the clouds, man.
I,
They got ideas that we could never comprehend.
because you just have to just grab a leg, break it, You have to use all your fucking strength, break one leg, they fall to the ground, and then you stomp on their neck.
Dude, I don't know. They're like weird cheetah, deer, giraffe, like with a leg for a neck. They're crazy animals that I don't think I could beat in a fight. And also, their legs definitely, if they could hold up all that weight
Okay.
plus the neck
Mhm.
and balance for the neck, there's no chance those aren't like the strongest legs on earth. Like those legs are packing. They got like a 4-foot vert. I'm
All right,
sure.
all right, kangaroo then.
Kangaroo.
Hear me out. How about this
All
one?
right.
Their weakness, and this is so specific, okay? When they box each other, right, for like fun and shit,
Yeah.
right? They don't
Yeah, I've
go for
seen
the
it.
head. They only go for each other's bodies. Their weakness is being hit in the head. If you hit them in their fucking head, it stuns them. Like if you've seen
Aren't
that
giraffes
video,
like 8 feet tall?
I'm talking. Oh, I said kangaroo.
Or I mean, kangaroos. Aren't kangaroos like 7 feet? The kangaroos are tall, right?
They're about like. Have you ever seen that fucking video of the Australian guy punching one and it taps out and runs away from him?
No, I've seen Kangaroo Jack, and
Dude,
that's it.
I'm gonna send you this video. It's amazing. So this dude is on a fucking safari, and his dog runs out. So he chases after the dog, and the kangaroo grabs the dog and is ready to kill the dog. And the guy squares up to the kangaroo, and the kangaroo understands what's happening, and the kangaroo squares up, right? And they're about to box, and the guy immediately throws a great overhand, and it fucking just clocks the kangaroo like hardcore in the jaw, and the kangaroo's just like stunned, and then runs off. So just
I don't know.
beat the
I would
shit
not put
out of it.
myself up against, dude. I want to put myself up against any animal from Australia. Like, dude, they've lost wars to those
Koalas.
animals.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. The great
Koalas
war.
will give you
What
the
is a
koalas will
koala
give
gonna
you
do?
like syphilis.
I don't care. But it'll
All
be
koalas have like,
dead. It'll be dead.
but I'll have syphilis.
But there's
There's a
cures for
chlamydia.
syphilis.
Which one do they? Which one do they carry?
I will Google that. I would be
All
shocked if they have
koalas carry
chlamydia.
like some STD. I think it's syphilis or chlamydia, and all they try to do is give it to you because they're malicious creatures.
They're little bitches, dude.
Hey, dude, they're just trying to infect you. It's like
Yeah, it's
Timothy
chlamydia.
Chalamet running around our campus.
Oh yeah, Timothy Chalamet. Shout out Timothy Chalamet for having was it the cloud? What do you have herpes? You had herpes, right?
Yeah, of course.
I would a beast.
No, no. The joke is he gave everyone at the school chlamydia.
Oh, it was chlamydia? What a great
But
guy.
granted, oh yeah.
He's probably
No, I
fine.
don't think he actually did that. I'm not
I
sure.
mean, he for sure
Though I
gave
do
some
like
people
to say he
chlamydia.
gave me chlamydia.
Well, what was great
I
about
don't.
it was like,
If anyone asks me about him, I always say like, oh yeah, no, that guy, he gave me chlamydia. You know,
yeah.
it was a whole thing.
Do you
Real
think? I
shame.
feel
I
like
was out for weeks.
wait, he knew he had chlamydia, right? I think there was a discussion about it. Like, did he or did he not know he had chlamydia? And because he gave a lot of people chlamydia. It wasn't like one day. Like it wasn't some weird reverse gangbang where he like had sex with 6 girls all at once. It was like days. So that, like after a while, your dick hurts, and his dick was hurting. And he was like, "Well, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop fucking. I'm Timothy Chalamet." So he just kept fucking.
Of course,
That's interesting.
just rub some dirt on it and keep playing, man. That's all you need.
Dude, did your dad ever actually tell you that shit? Like genuinely?
No, but I did. I was in the Scouts, like I was in the Boy
Uh-huh.
Scouts growing up, and I was on
Yeah.
this big, like long backpacking trip in New
Mhm.
Mexico. It was like 2 weeks, and I was with a buddy of mine named Fetus, and
I think you've told me this story from.
he,
Yeah, this is a good one.
yeah, he's not the sharpest pencil in the box,
Yeah.
but he's also a perfect human being, and he had this giant gash down his arm. And he genuinely thought that you were supposed to rub dirt in it. And he did.
Yep.
Like, we were in the wild, and he did that for like several days. I tried to convince him that I was like, you're gonna get infected. And he's like, man, we're not like 5 anymore. You're not gonna convince me that infection's real, okay? Like eventually he did understand, but I was like, what do you think I was saying? He's like, I thought you meant I was gonna get like AIDS. I'm like, I don't know, you might. It's a big cut. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
like,
Maybe
I don't think we should
koala's
totally rule that
nearby.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, koala.
Who
Koala's
knows?
gonna come for you, Fetus. But yeah, he was
Oh,
just
the
rubbing
koala's
dirt in
great.
it. At a certain point, it became just a bear risk. Like,
Yeah. Well,
nasty.
yeah. I was gonna say my stepdad for years told me like just put dirt in it. So like I was like 12 and I had like a big ass bruise. I mean, it was bruise. It was like a cut. It was like the same area. I fell like on like asphalt, and it was like that. So my teacher was like, "Go get a band-aid," and I was like, "Band-aid," and I swear to God, I just kind of rubbed my hand in some dirt real quick, got one like that, and then just went like that, and my teacher was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Well, I'm good." And she was like, "Go to the fucking nurse," and I was like, "I don't need the nurse. I'm not a pussy."
All patched up, teach.
Yeah, come on.
Mom didn't
Let's
raise
just
no
keep
bitch.
going. Yeah. I'm gonna fucking tap out. Cuts gonna get me? No. My favorite
Think
part
I'm
was
gonna be beat by the floor?
fuck no. I used the floor to my advantage. Okay.
Oh, boy.
My favorite part was she just let me go. Like she was just like, okay. Like she didn't like she wasn't like, no, go to the nurse. She just was like, fuck it. You like that's fine. And I was like, oh cool. Okay.
Like,
Oh
I don't know.
fuck. All right. Oh god.
No, after you.
Oh no, I was gonna say we should probably get, like the topic completely evaded us. But like
Right, the topic. All right, bring us back in. All right,
right.
where are we going?
Maybe we should talk about films first, and we go from films to like I'm sure like it's gonna lead you immediately to cliches, because there's a couple films
Mhm.
where it's just like I don't give a shit anymore. Like you brought up, it's a great
Oh,
thing you
yeah.
brought up. I forgot you. It's actually the thing that let us on this. People's opinions on films being like just definitive, and like what I thought was hilarious was, what's great. I love films since I was like I think since I was a baby, my mom would literally put me in front of like Shrek. This is true, and I'd watch it every day for about 2 years. Shrek, Pocahontas. I think that's about
Those
it.
movies are tight.
Yeah, I'm on VHS, and I was just like, this. It was just amazing. So I've always just like loved movies. So like in class, where I was asked like, what made you want to make movies, and like my answer genuinely is Batman and Robin, the George Clooney movie, and like it's unwatchable now, but like I remember I watched it and I was like, I love this. This is so great. And like I wanted to make movies. I was
That's
like 4.
that's one with Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, right?
It is. And Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one. I loved it.
Dude, well the penguin one was terrifying. The one with Danny DeVito, I was like, that's horror. I was 5. I was like, this is horrifying. So then
Yeah, you
the
freaked
Val
me out.
Kilmer one was nice. I like the Val Kilmer and Clooney one. Um
Yeah, with the bat nipples and everything.
it was great. I thought it was awesome. I loved it. I was a huge fan. Like, yeah. Alicia Silverstone was still like it was right after Clueless. She looked amazing. It was great. Clooney looked amazing. It was a great movie.
Yeah,
And like
this movie's pretty awesome.
they're great. Well, and obviously you are matured, and then like now like you could like better movies, like obviously like that grew and
Mhm.
changed. But that's what I've just since I was a super young age, I knew I wanted to make movies, and like I knew like and those were the ones that made me want to do it. And then like but then in film school, like I love the Marvel movies. I think we both do, and like I love a
Yeah,
lot of
they're great.
yeah, I love them, and like I look forward. And I know they're dumb. I know they're dorky. I don't care. Like I love those shows, and like I know like
They're
a bunch of
fun. They're cool.
right. They're just great, and like I I don't know. There's a lot of like great movies that like they're great, but I don't watch them. Like I'm not like Requiem for a Dream is a great movie. I'm not gonna put it on because I like to live a normal life where I'm not constantly on the verge of killing myself. Sometimes you
Yeah,
want to
it's a
enjoy day,
well-made movie. I would not say it's not an enjoyable movie.
right? Or like a Clockwork Orange. The fuck? It's so dark. It's so like bleak. Like you know what I mean? And
I actually
or
I watch Clockwork Orange once a time before bed every night just to make sure I have good dreams.
that's like a lucky
It's really
charm
sound
right
for me.
there. Yeah, dude. Like, what's the other one? Oh, The Shining. You know how many times I run around about
But
how
The
I think The
Shining
Shining
is
is
like
overrated.
cheesy now, so it's
It's not
fun, it's cute.
good.
Come on.
Yeah, no, it's not
Oh my
good.
god, The
It's not
Shining's
even
fun.
scary. It's just dumb. Like, but it's not even.
No,
It's
it's
just
not that scary,
boring.
but it's oh
It's
no
a
way,
boring
dude. The
ass movie,
Shining
dude.
is super fun.
I watched that show with my sister. We were watching it together. Me and my sister. We were both like, I think I was already 18 and she was like 15, and I was like, this shit is so. I forgot how like tame the world used to be. Like, have you seen Wolf Creek?
Mhm. No,
No. Okay, so I
no, it's
wanted
Wolf
to
Creek.
watch it. Oh, it's a really fuck. I don't even know how to describe it. It's came out in 2005. It's like a horror movie. It's almost like a slasher movie. It's very like
Mhm.
similar, like very like obvious plot. So it's three backpackers going through Australia, the outback, and their car breaks down, right? So it's very what was cool about it, so I watched this 2 days ago with my family, right? Because literally it
Sure.
was like on Empire's 14th scariest film of all time, right? And like I didn't realize this, by the way. So this blew
Why
my mind.
14? It's a weird
Oh no,
number.
14th like out of 500.
Oh, okay, brilliant. Sorry.
Yeah, it ranked 14th. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't realize this. Me and my family like love horror movies, and the only reason I know that is because like I got to film school and I got to like, and I realized that everyone hates horror movies and like no one wants to watch them. And in
Well,
class,
there are
like
plenty of good horror movies.
oh no, they're good. I think, but people get scared. Like people, like of all the girls I've dated,
Yeah.
none of them like horror movies. All of them hate them. Like refuse to watch them. So
Really, like every girl I date, they're trying to convince me to watch a horror movie, and then I don't want to do that because they can't hear me scream that high pitch.
that's
Like
fair.
that's not something I want them to know about. They can't know
You
me
know,
unless we're watching like a really lame one, like The
yeah,
Conjuring.
yeah,
Then I'll sit there, I'll laugh at that. I mean, it's a riot. I mean, the doll is so clearly haunted. Why are they even messing around?
dude.
Like,
I'm not even kidding. I swear to God, there's days where I don't watch certain movies with people because I'll be like, oh, like they'll realize I'm like a psycho. Like it'll dawn on them they're friends with, or they're dating a psychopath, and they just haven't realized it yet. Like I'll watch movies. I remember dude, we watched Hereditary. I think I've told this story before. We watched it was me, my stepdad, and my sister, and we were watching Hereditary, and we laughed like 10 times. And there was times where I was like, "Is there something wrong with us?" Like, because everyone else looked like horrified. Everyone, and like I told my friend, like that movie traumatized some of my friends. Like they were literally like they had trouble sleeping days, like nights afterwards. They refused to watch it. One of my friends refused to rent it
yeah,
because he was like, "It's gonna bring bad juju into our fucking dorm." And I was like,
it's a freaky movie. I didn't watch Midsummer because of it.
"I love
Like
Midsummer."
I thought it was a great movie, but
Yeah.
it was not enjoyable. I was not like bopping along
Oh,
during
I
Hereditary.
laughed my ass off. And there was a part to it where I was like, I think there's something like wrong with us. Like I think there's something like I think we're fucked. Anyways, what was I getting at?
I don't know.
I got
That's how I
cut off.
used to think when I was like an edgy teen back in high school. I used to think that when I would like show people Donnie Darko, I'm like, they're gonna know the real me. But it's just like a stupid angsty movie.
Yeah, no, I don't even like angsty. I like the fun ones. Like I like my favorite horror movies are like the fun horror movies. Like I'm not like a big fan of so I don't like The Shining that much because like oh like I get it. I get it.
That's as
I get
fun as horror movies get.
no,
Okay, come
it's
on.
so
That movie
boring.
is so fun.
You know,
Well,
I'm trying to think of like some really fun ones. Wolf Creek's kind of fun. I can't tell if I'm just weird though. It's not meant to be. Like, okay, so here's what I was gonna say. 2005 is when it came out. Do you mind if I spoil it? It's not like there's not much to spoil.
go
So
nuts.
like, you could imagine what's gonna occur in that movie premise. Um, it
Yeah.
was it was praised because like it was very naturalistic, which I did think was cool. It wasn't the usual like let's. I mean, there was some parting, but like they were regular people. They were pretty normal. It was very almost like
They
it felt
didn't sit up and
realistic.
search for clues.
Right, right. That never happens. It's very like realistic to an extent, and the killer's very charming. So it was kind of interesting, but like in terms of violence, in terms of even the scenario, I was expecting it to be brutal because it was so brutal at the time that Roger Ebert walked out. A bunch of critics walked out of the movie, like, and then people like refused to watch it. Like, it was like supposed to be like that. Like we say that, but if you watch it, you'd be like, I don't even like why, like why? Like it was so tame compared to like what I've seen. I guess it was just like, oh, like that's bad. Don't get me
All right, then
wrong. Like that's
what's the freakiest horror movie that you've ever seen? Like, what's the one that you're
freakiest.
like, this kind of upsets me?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think there's. I kind of watch anything. I'm trying to like really think about it. Oh, you know which one? But it's just because it's
We
gross.
Bought a Zoo, huh? Yeah, me too.
Matt Damon's acting was horrible. No, but Green Inferno. I didn't like Green Inferno.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Do you know what it's
You're
about?
deeper into the horror movies than I am. I'd have to assume green fire like in Game of
No,
Thrones, but that's
I
my best
wish.
guess.
I'll tell it to you. It's I just it was just gross. I think I could take gore, which is weird. Like I'm fine with gore. Gore doesn't get to me. But there's I
Yeah, I
think
play
there's something
Mortal Kombat.
about yeah, no, genuinely like I think video games fucked us because like gore doesn't do anything to me anymore.
But also,
Um,
like with video games, I get in this like Mortal Kombat is fine because you flick someone and like 13 fathoms of blood shoot out the
right,
back.
right.
Whereas like there's this game, it was called Battlefield 1. When that came out and it had these sounds of war that were just crazy realistic, I
Yeah,
couldn't play the game at all. It was terrifying. What kind of person would want to do that?
yeah.
It's just so realistic.
It
And
changes when
that
it's
freaked me
realistic.
out.
Yeah,
Wasn't
yeah.
for me.
When shit gets realistic, it feels weird. It feels
Mhm.
like uncomfortable. Uh,
No, I could do cartoonish violence, but
yeah. Green Inferno, it's like the violence isn't particularly like super realistic. So like it's just like so it's a group of people who are going to like protest the Amazon being like closed down or something, or like being turned to like factories. And then as they're flying back to America, their plane
mhm.
crashes in the same Amazon that they're protecting, and it turns out the people like the tribe they're protecting were cannibals. So they all get like captured and they all get eaten by cannibals, and it's pretty brutal. Like the most, this is a I guess a trigger warning. I'll put a little disclaimer. The most brutal thing I like,
Sure.
it's literally what made me go like, because we're eating at the time, we're fucking eating like barbecue, and like during a cannibal movie, and I knew it was cannibalism, I just didn't give a shit. But one of the guys that got to eaten first is because he's fat, so they put him down like the slab. They grab his tongue, they pull it out, they cut off his tongue. A woman gets this little like a little long nail thing, and she
They
jabs
say it's a
both.
delicacy, yeah.
Uh, I genuinely it is like in the movie it's supposed to be. So they jab both of his eyes out, so he's like screaming in pain. Oh no, they jab his eyes out first, and then they cut his tongue off, and then they cut off his head. And I was eating barbecue, and I just was like, I'm good, and I just got up and I left, and I didn't finish it. I was just like, that was good enough for me.
Okay, not that I find myself in this situation often, but I have to think like just logistically. If I were to take someone's tongue and eyes, I would
Right,
probably kill them first just because they're gonna be screaming. Like he's a big fellow, right? That's why they went for him first. Like that
right,
guy's gonna have some force. You don't want people holding him down. You want other people like making sure the job gets done correctly. You don't want to mess up that meal. How many times do you get tourists falling out of the sky? No, this is a big deal for your tribe.
yeah,
You should
yeah.
do this job correctly. I don't know
I
why
think
that's just to me that's just pageantry.
it was a
But
ritual amongst them, so he had to be alive, and I was like, that's nice. I hate cannibalism though, so I think it would be that probably that. I just didn't like it. That's kind of just like yeah, I got enough. That was like God, that's fine. I think it's knowing that he's gonna be eaten. It's weird that if he just got murdered that way, if they just and just
yeah,
died, I'd be like, oh okay, he's dead. But because they're like, then they're gonna eat him now, then I was like, nope, that was good. Thank you. That was fun. Thanks, Eli Roth, and I left. Yeah. So I guess
the only time I've been like kind of okay with cannibalism is I think Sweeney Todd is charming.
that one's fine. I don't know
But
why
like
either.
I yeah,
Yeah.
right. I don't. It's a musical. That's why. Like
Yeah, I think
also
yeah.
just anything Tim Burton. God, I love him. But I used to be a huge chicken about horror, so I didn't watch any Tim Burton
Yeah.
until college because I didn't realize that they're not horror. I
It's just
thought that
goth.
they were like genuine. Like I
Yeah.
thought that like The Nightmare Before Christmas was like a really scary movie, and
Right.
so I didn't watch it until I was 19. And then I watched it, I was like, I've been missing this. This
It's
is
so beautiful.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, oh my god, it's the best.
It's a nice movie.
But I don't know. I'd say for me, the scariest movie I've seen was
Mhm.
the original Poltergeist, and I say
Oh
that
yeah.
because I watched it on TV when I was 5.
Yep.
It was like playing on cable, and of course I scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell my parents that I was so scared because I wasn't supposed to be watching TV that late. And I certainly wasn't supposed to be watching an R-rated movie.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of like sat there with my fucking demons in the middle of my room for like hours, just staying awake. And also, like at the time, that's why we, at my grandparents' house, there was this that we went to visit all the time, like
Mhm.
several times a week. There was this Raggedy Andy doll.
Yep.
And I didn't fuck with that at all. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that much. I didn't care for that one bit. And I remember my grandparents were leaving that house, and my dad was over there cleaning it up, and I was out with some friends at the time, and he just sends me a picture of Raggedy Andy in my bed
Mm-hmm.
with a chainsaw. There was no other context.
Yeah.
It was just that. And like at the time I was like 17, but it still rattled my cage. Like I was not okay. I was like, you get that cursed shit out of here.
Yeah, no,
There's
I
no place in my bedroom.
dude, this is fucking such a weird experience. I had a friend in high school one time who he asked me, we were like 17, I think. I think we are all 17, yeah. So we were just chilling, like eating lunch, and he was like, "Hey man, what's like your biggest fear in life?" And I was just like, "Fuck." And I was like, "I think it's growing old and regretting a lot of things I've done." And he was like, "Oh, okay. Mine's Jeepers Creepers." And I was like, "Oh, well, bitch, like I didn't know that was an option. I didn't realize we're talking about like fucking like sharks." And then I was like, "Wait, but he's not even real." And he was like, "He's unkillable, bro." And I was like,
Yeah,
"So what?
he's not wrong, man.
He's not wrong." And I know. And I was like, "But he's not real, Chris." And he was like, "Could you kill him?" And I was like, It's
You know what is
fictitious."
killable? Old people. Yeah.
He's right. He's right. No, he is. And then I suppose regret is also killable with enough alcohol. So he was not wrong.
What is this?
And
We have modern solutions to these modern problems.
he literally told me, I was like, "How scared are you of him?" He was like, "If you send me a picture of him, I won't talk to you for about a week." And I was like, he has a metric. Like that's interesting. He knows exactly
Yeah,
what he's
fair
going
enough.
for.
I'm so not okay with mind control that when I saw even Incredibles 2,
Yeah.
I wasn't good for like a few days. I was like 19. It's a cartoon. It's the Incredible. It's Pixar, and
Yeah.
I was still like, I want no part of this. Like
Yeah.
the whole
That's
time, mind control has no place in this world. Neither do cuttlefish. Don't know about them.
cuttlefish are interesting. Fuck, I was in a whole new tangent about like I mean I guess we could go real quick. Cuttlefish are interesting just because like the way they adapted. It's such like an interesting
Yeah, they're just demon creatures.
and they are so ugly, but it's such a it's almost like a real life like Shakespeare thing of like it's because the light's so beautiful in the darkness, and the like fish like piranhas aren't ugly looking. They're scary, but they're not ugly, right? Like even sharks are kind of beautiful,
Yeah,
right? We're scared of them because
yeah.
they could kill you, but cuttlefish are ugly. Even if they didn't hurt you, they'd be like, "That's a
But a
ugly
cuttlefish,
fucking
it
fish."
can shapeshift, it can
Yep.
camouflage, it can
Shapeshift.
totally change its color. It is a master of deception and mind control, and it's just Satan. It's Satan incarnate. It is. I don't know about them at all.
Genuine. I think I
If you can mind control and you can shapeshift, those are not powers that superheroes have. That is super villain for sure.
yeah. I've no except I guess Professor Xavier for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know about that guy at all. I feel like he was just kind of like that old guy was a little too close to those children.
He's a lazy
I
fuck
always
because
thought that.
yeah, he could walk.
Yeah, wait,
He could
why?
walk.
I never realized that. So like I've seen in some comics he can walk. He
Yeah,
could just always walk.
he could.
He
Yeah,
was
because
just
he has fucking telekinesis. He could fly if he wanted. He's a lazy bitch.
oh,
Yeah,
oh
fuck that
shit,
guy.
you're right.
Probably make his hair grow back too. He just likes it. He likes being Mr. Clean in a chair. I don't trust
We
it.
all have our aesthetic. No.
I guess it's like a weird trust thing. Because if he had like a mullet, you'd be like, "Why is that guy with a mullet trying to recruit me?" But he's all bald and old and in a wheelchair, and you're like, "It's probably harmless." Yeah,
I don't know. I'd still be pretty wary of if like a bald old man, no
yeah,
working legs, came up to me and he was like, "Do you want to fight crime?" Like he's like, "You should stay at my house."
yeah. My favorite part of the mutants too, like all their powers are like idiot. You know what it is? Either the powers are idiotic or like way too overpowered. Like Storm,
Oh
like
yeah.
also wait real quick. Okay, I had this conversation with my friend last week. why the fuck are the X-Men like hated, but Spider-Man's fine? Spider-Man's weirder than fucking Storm is. Storm's a fucking god.
Spider-Man is hated. Like Jonah Jameson is
No, but
always giving
that
him
one
hell
guy,
on
literally,
InfoWars.
the fucking mutants are like the mutants in that universe are literally like minorities. Why?
Yeah,
Why? Because it would be like it. Because like in America,
because
in
it's a metaphor. I
America,
don't know. It's
yeah, but like in America, this is a weird example. But in America, I would argue, like, don't get me wrong, some minorities are hated more than others. But I would
yeah.
argue that there's no minority that's like celebrated, like actually like actively people like love it, and then all the ones are hated. But in the fucking Marvel universe, like people are like, "You're a mutant, you ugly bitch," to like Wolverine, so he's hated. But then like
hmm
you could be fucking like I don't know the Hulk,
As long as
and
you're
like
like
he's
Spider-Man or
fine,
Captain America or
right? Dude, the Thing's an ugly fucking creature. He's fine. Why? Why is he okay?
yeah, I'm not sure.
It's
They even
weird.
call him the Thing. Like they're not kind about his
Yeah,
looks. Could you
dude, like
imagine being called the Thing?
I'd be
I'd cry.
pissed. Yeah, that
I
shit
just break down
hurts.
right there, man. Yeah, I'm
Who
not
would you
tough
want to
enough for
become?
that. I'll tell
Yeah,
you that his skin may be stone, but I'm not sure his heart is. I
I
couldn't
believe
handle
so.
that.
The heart of Michael Chiklis. Yeah, what's his name?
Most
Fucking
powerful heart in the world.
yeah. He seems like a cool
Yeah,
dude, Michael
man. I go
Chiklis.
dickless for Michael Chiklis.
Oh yeah,
He was
for Michael Chiklis, the
all
Shield,
day, every day.
Vince Mackey himself.
Yeah,
Indeed.
no question about it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
hey,
like
Jacob, listen, it is getting a bit late for me. I might have to
God
sign
damn
off.
it! I knew this was gonna happen. We like never touched this fucking topic. Yep, I yeah, that's fair. I
We
don't.
got a bit in and out, but I think we got some good content.
Yeah, I know we're good. Okay, well, I don't want to keep you. Thank you for coming. I appreciated it.
Of course, this was
Uh,
fun, Jacob. It's good
yeah,
catching up.
it was good catching up with you too. But yeah, I don't want to. If you gotta go like ASAP, I don't want to like keep you because I would feel bad.
I think I just got to hit the hay.
Yeah.
But I'll see you soon, man.
Okay, man. I'll see you.
Thanks for having me on.
No, of course. Okay, folks. I just realized I forgot to end this, so you guys are now seeing some behind the scenes stuff. He's gone now. So thank you guys for watching. Shout out to Eric and Jason. Thank you, Amar, for watching.